So, yeah, my name is Scott Hahn, and I recently got a brand new go-kart. Actually, it's really old, but this is a full-size go-kart that I want to electrify, 48 volts. So it's going to be pretty nice after I get done with it. So yeah, I got it for like 400 some bucks, which is a pretty good price for a full-size go-kart. And next I'm going to show you what we're doing with it. So just so you know, for a big project like this, grab yourself a new fancy pair of bits and actually do the project then within 30 days so that you can actually replace your bits if they break. So this logo is from a Hyper Monco full-size go-kart, and what it is exactly what I just said. It's nice and red. There's silver on the steering wheel dash there, and it actually already came with nice wheels, so the wheels on the back are newish. The ones on the front are pretty crap, but I plan on replacing those in the near future. This is the front. I've given it already 2 coats of paint, of red paint, so that's just to cover up some of the stuff that wasn't too good. I've also lubed up the wheels and all the axles and whatnot bearings, so I did that with white lithium like grease and also some Triforce stuff. So now we're going to move to the back, and these are the nice tires. They're nice and big, nice and flat for like road surfaces. And then on the back is where you're going to mount your motor, which I have an electric motor, which you'll see in a bit. This is a mounting that I got from Huth Tool here in Fort Wayne. He's really nice, and because you can't find a motor mount proper for this, so I just took one of his scrap pieces and he drilled me some nice holes, so you're going to see me in a bit in that part. So anyway, and I bet you guys have probably already noticed that there's some nice quality-sized duct tape on the edges there. That is because the back bracket has completely snapped off, and this is exactly how I got it. So I will be welding that back on in due time. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab some electric motor mount stuff, and I will mount the motor for you. So this is a Motenergy 0909 electric DC motor. It's a brushless. Let me show you the specs first. It's a DC motor. It even tells you what voltage it likes. It likes between 24 and 48 volts. It has a speed on here of RPMs, which is nice. The amps, it says 98, about 100 amps. There's a power rating on this. There's torque, like a duty cycle. Yeah, and that's about it. These specs are what you call a continuous duty cycle, which means you can run this at 48 volts with this torque at a max of 4,000 watts forever. That's all that really matters. But you can overspec this for like short bursts, which is really what you want. So this is an actual 15 kilowatt motor for 30-second bursts. So that's kind of nice. So this is actually what I got from them. This top part, though, is exceedingly custom. So I got the sprocket. This is for a number 41 chain. So this is the sprocket for number 41 chain. It said it was a 5/8 inch bore, which means this is 5/8 inch. That wasn't the case at all. It wasn't even close. It was 7/8 inch. So what Huth Tool helped me do, my friend, is he helped me bore out the hole for the sprocket. So then we were actually able to get it on there. We got it really tight. So we got a really big hammer, and we went blunk, 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 blunk. It was great. It was awesome. So anyway, yeah, it's not coming off. Even if it did want to come off, we have nice little torque screws. So you just tighten those in 2 spots, and it ain't coming out. There's something called a power bar, which I will get for you. It's right here. So what the power bar does is it allows you to like insert something so that you have full contact with the sprocket in the shaft. It makes it a lot less prone to like coming out, rotating. We don't need that at all because it's not coming out. This torque set is actually in the power bar groove, so yeah, no chance. So anyway, that is the ME0909 Motenergy motor, and we're going to mount that in a second, so that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So yeah, this, before we actually mount the motor, this is the brake. So what happens is there's going to be a cable that actually pulls it this way, and then this actually just creates friction on this main shaft here and then causes it to stop. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm tightening this bolt so that it's actually on the little wheel thing here instead of being completely like off like here. So we don't want that, so I'm going to just tighten this little bolt here and then we'll be okay. So now we're going to mount the motor. Pro tip, grab yourself a handy dandy screwdriver and shove it underneath the motor so that when you actually mount it, like I'm doing right now, then we can fudge some of the screw holes. And then we don't have to really try too hard. These are 5/8 inch or 5/8 inch, 1 inch long bolts. So that's what I'm using to mount. See how easy that is? And I actually have another screw right here, but I don't have the right screw. It was like it was stripping. I thought it was the right one, but it wasn't. So that's okay. We're going to tighten them up, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so yeah, it's actually floating under here, which is really nice. It means we actually mounted it right. So there's going to be plenty of torque on this side, pushing it down. So it floating up here is perfect. So the hard part now is to like get the chain on. So we have a number 41 chain and it's down here. We need to make sure that when we put it on or take it, we're going to put it on, then we're going to mark it on one of these chain links, and then we're going to put a master link on and then connect it again. So I don't know if that makes too much sense, but we're going to give it a shot. Let's go for it. So a good way to measure it is you can be a little bit loose, and it's better to take out one less or one more than one less, because you can always remove more. It's just like baking. You can always add more sugar. So down here, right down here, is where it will fit perfectly, right there. So what we're going to do, actually, let's make sure it's taut. Yeah, I think I'm one off. Okay. There we go. So let's get a close-up shot of this again. So right there is where it's going to be perfect. We're going to go like right here, right there. So we're going to grab it and then mark it. So yeah, I'm breaking the chain link so that I can actually get my master chain in here, because we have our set length here, and after we put our master link in, we'll be able to connect it easily. Okay, let's do this. Now we finally got it. Look at that. There's one end, there's the other. We could shove it back together if we wanted to. Now, real question is, does it fit? Can we build it? Yes, we can! Does it fit? Sure looks like it. So we should be able to slam it back together. We won't actually do that. We're going to take off this other one and then put a master link in it, so it's really easy to get to. Okay, kiddos, this is what you shouldn't do. Don't do this at home. So we threw some electronics at it. We kind of got some tape for our really crap control, which is this. This is the worst control you can possibly get. This is a potentiometer off this really cheap thing you get off eBay. Nice part, though, you can throw about 3,000 watts at it. So, great! I don't know if it's going to go forward or backward yet, because I don't know which way is forward and backward. I don't. And we also do not have, oh yeah, our battery pack's over here, which is kind of okay. But we don't have a main kill switch, so that's really bad. All the stuff I have is rated for 20 amps. We're going to be doing like at least 60 amp on it. So yeah, we'd be blowing through everything. So let's go to the back. We finally got the chain on there, which is nice. This all looks pretty legit. We kind of got our little motor guys going down here from our very nicely mounted whatever motor controller. So yeah, this is pretty jank. So yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna have some fun with this guy, and we should be living. Okay. I am officially in the vehicle. Oh yeah. We have no brake. I forgot to go over that. We have no brake.
No, we have a brake.
It's just not. Yeah, it moves. It moves sometimes. You just gotta pull it. Yeah, that's some good brake action. Except it's not tight anything right now.
Seems safe enough.
It's safest that we're gonna get. So I should be able to do this, steer, and then do the power at the same time. Oh, are you ready for this? I'm going to connect it. Whew. Now that's not good. Okay, so we had the wrong polarity, which obviously you guys probably figured out. And now we're just doing it off of 24 volt instead of 36. So hopefully it'll work.
Smaller chance of dying.
Less chance. Let's try.
You got the throttle?
Hold the horses. Okay, let's be safe and grab the voltmeter to make sure we have 24 volts across the terminal. So we don't.
You have 0.
We have 0. Most likely one of the congections is wonky.
Yes.
So we're just going to wiggle it and see if we get it to happen again.
Pro strat.
Pro strat. Oh, you know what? It's probably this one.
If you don't think that's a good idea, say so in the comments.
Okay, we're going to undo this.
Hey, check out this wiring
It's
here.
probably this one.
You ain't better than this.
Oh yeah, it's this one, all right. It just kind of blew through the whatever was on here.
It's a little melted.
I don't know why. Okay, well we're gonna grab a little thingy here. So we're gonna try this again. I think we got it hooked up right now. So let's try this again. Our dead switch right here. Kill switch. Okay. So keep in mind, we got no brakes. This is our throttle, and steering should be fun. So let's try it. Does it seem okay back there?
Yeah. Try it again. Go a little bit more. Chain seems pretty decent. It's doing a little bit of rattle, like you can hear it probably.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Much better than before. It looks smooth, but you can definitely hear it making some noise. I think that's normal.
Maybe it's because I don't have those 2 bolts in the front. So it's wiggling a bit.
Well, you'll need those.
That's good.
Yeah, that's has to do with proper mounting.
And like, yeah, pretty much proper mounting.
And that's the end of that ride.
That was fun though. We got it working.
So what are you gonna do to make this a lot better?
Well, we're gonna get a real motor controller compared to this, and something with reverse. But I'll actually have a pedal throttle, and it'll fix the brake.
Yeah,
and
so we'll
at
need
least it'll be rideable.
New motor controller, fix the brakes,
Yeah.
fix the seat,
Yeah.
new batteries.
Well, we'll just mount the batteries right.
But you get new ones, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have multiple iterations of this thing,
And
just to see what works and what doesn't.
then better throttle, real throttle.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting on like Tuesday or something.
Yeah. So that was ride number 1. It can only get better from here.
Oh yeah.